Excellencies, colleagues, friends, good morning. And as Executive Secretary of the International Commission for the Protection of the Danube River, I'd very much like to welcome you to this event. As an intergovernmental organization that's responsible for the cooperation amongst Danube countries and helping facilitate that cooperation, we're very, very happy that this conference is happening. And very pleased that it's happening here in Belgrade, and very pleased that it's happening here in Serbia, and very pleased that it's happening in the Danube River Basin. But I'm especially pleased that we have contributors from outside this region who are going to bring their expertise to this region to help us understand and deal with our problems and to share the experiences from other parts of the world. Although our convention is called the Danube River Protection Convention, and when many people think of water in the Danube region, they think of the river itself, groundwater is an essential part of that. And our convention acknowledges that link between surface and groundwater. But groundwater and surface water have not always been seen as clearly linked. It is the case that groundwater is, you can say, the stepchild for the surface waters, but it is a cycle that does have to be treated together, and I'm very pleased to say that within the Danube region, we have a Danube River Basin Management Plan, an action plan to address those problems and issues that are there for water in a unified manner, both surface and groundwaters. And very pleased to say that that's been possible in part because of the efforts that have been taking place exactly in this room. In 2007, I had the opportunity to welcome the delegates to the first groundwater conference. And at that occasion, it clearly was the case that groundwater was not at the forefront of our attention. That meeting, which took place in 2007 with the same organizing committee, helped bring the attention to that issue and raise the awareness and established for us the groundwater task group of the ICPDR. Andreas Scheidlater, who is here with you, will have a presentation later on, and his task group have been meeting the last 2 days to deal with groundwater issues in this region, and will use the results of this conference in the work that carries on. I very much look forward to the results of this conference and the content that is presented here, but before I conclude, I would like to offer some thanks. Thanks to the IWA for supporting this initiative and having this specialist conference here, and as well for the president of the IWA, Paul Reiter, and his presence here indicates the importance of IWA for this issue, but also the significance of this region, and as he indicated, the commitment that exists to supporting activities in this region. The International Association of Waterworks along the Danube, President Tasanovic and the group of people associated with that institution are important contributors to the work of the ICPDR, and I would like to thank you for the contributions that have been made. The Serbian government, as you've heard, has been very much behind the initiative to hold this conference. The two ministers that you heard, we are very fortunate in the ICPDR to have active, engaged involvement from Serbia. The Directorate of Water under Aleksandar Prodanovic, who has contributed significantly to the activities within the Danube River Basin and supporting initiatives that have taken place. And clearly without that support, this conference would not happen, and many of the activities that are taking place in the Danube region in a successful way have been because of the commitment of the government of Serbia to those initiatives. I would like to thank as well the Iron Gates Company for the opportunity that I had yesterday to go again through the Iron Gates Gorge and the dam complex, which is one of the most beautiful gorge systems in the world. It is an indication of the necessity that we have of cooperation between business, economic interests, and managers of water, and the necessity of an adequate dialogue that does exist, and I would like to thank the company for that. And finally, I would like to thank Milan Dimkic and his team, which are really the reason that we are all here, and I'm forever wondering at their organizational abilities, and I personally have had the benefit of their organizational abilities. They've had to deal with a number of emergencies, one of them dealing with myself as a person, but in, I'm sure, organization of a conference like this, a number of things happen, and I know it's a very big team of people who do that, and I am very, very grateful for the work in this conference, but also in the work that is done from the Institute and contributing again to the regional cooperation and strengthening this Danube solidarity and the solidarity of this region to other parts of the world in sharing information. Finally, I would like to say that I very, very strongly support the initiatives that we just heard from UNESCO, the idea that the institute here in Serbia is a regional institution collecting and sharing knowledge, and would be very, very happy if those initiatives came forward in the manner that was just described. Thank you very much, and I look forward to a very successful conference.